Okay, so today I got another question. It was from Tim in North Carolina, and he was asking how I found my mentors. This is a good question, Tim. Uh, this was tough actually. When I first started the National Self-Reliance Organization, I really wanted to start a mentoring program for people to learn one-on-one with an actual mentor. But the problem was, is a lot of the mentor programs out there are basically people that are hired and read from books and answer questions and type them into databases and get you answers that way. What I wanted to do is I wanted to find actual mentors that were doing practice what they preach, so to speak. So um, that led me on a on a wild goose chase. I spent I think it was probably about 6 months flying all over the country, meeting different mentors or so-called mentors, um, seeing how they work, going to their office, going to their home if they worked from home, uh, and seeing their operation, uh, doing some background checks on them, and verifying a lot of their information. Uh, and what I found was 6 months worth of work to just find a couple of mentors, which was tough. For instance, Brian Kahn, who does our um, uh, fulfillment on the financial side of things, as far as teaching people to invest, uh, I flew out and met several different investors or so-called investors, and none of them really were doing what they said they could do. They that was the tough part. If people say, "Oh yeah, I can make 10 grand a month," investing. Okay, well let's see it, and none of them could actually produce it. So, um, Brian, what I liked about Brian right off the bat is, he stuck with his notes. He said he delivered on what he said he would deliver on. When I flew out and met him, he was very knowledgeable. He had the background for it. All my mentors that we use for the National Self Reliance Organization's programs, um, they have a minimum of 8 years of experience in the field that they are mentoring on and are presently doing it. So, like Brian, for instance, he does trade every day from his home. That's how he makes his living, and he just does this on the side because that's something he enjoys. As far as our grant writing programs, that's with Maggie, and Maggie does. She has several employees with her, and what I liked about Maggie was she was real. She delivered on what she said she could deliver on, and she really made the grant writing process understandable. It was tough even for me to go through it and figure it all out, and so I actually went through every course that's available, and uh, what I liked about Maggie's course was the fact that she brought it down to earth so that we could understand it, everybody could understand it. So that's that's basically in a nutshell the way I found the mentors. It was tough. It was a lot of questions. I had to ask a lot of people. Who does this and who does that. But, it's you can find a lot of people can uh, that can do it, or you can find a lot of people that can talk about doing it. But to find somebody that can do it and talk about doing it is tough. It's one thing to be able to teach it. It's another thing to actually be able to do it, and then it's another completely different thing to be able to do both. And so that's what we were able to do. And that is my minimum criteria for working with the NSRO and helping people become more successful was they had to be able to do both, or they had to be doing both actually. So they had to be good instructors. They had to have a passion for the subject, and they had to be practicing what they preach on a daily basis. And so all of our mentors actually do that, and we're pretty excited about that program. If you guys need any help with any of the mentoring programs that we have, feel free to contact us through the website, nsro.com, or you can call us at 877-618-0065. Thanks. Talk to you later.